everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of DB's Comic Talk. This is Don from the Ken Frederick Podcast. Today I thought we'd cover episode 2 and 3 of Secret Empire. These came out in the past couple of weeks here. We covered episode 1 and had some good responses back from it. So I figured we'd just do these in stages and go as they come out every other week. We'll jump in here to episode 2, which, nice cover, Doctor Strange and the Defenders on it. This one kicks off right after the events of 1. So you see that they had bombed Las Vegas and Cap gave the order to basically level cities. So this is just a cleanup in the aftermath of it. Nothing too exciting going on. It's basically just getting you to the point that Black Widow wants to kill Steve Rogers. That's her what she wants to go with. That's what her plan is. They give you the Marvel splash page, show everybody what's going on in here. Mostly centered around some of the Defenders in New York. And then the Underground led by Widow and Hawkeye. The Defenders part in here is very brief. It just kind of had a little bit of Iron Fist and Luke Cage sort of dealing with what's going on in the city. Everything that's going on in New York, they're trapped in that Dark Force dimension. The one thing I thought was cool that they did show you Tandy from, what's her name? Cloak and Dagger. Dagger's hair. She's basically providing light for the entire city. She's floating above the Empire State Building, because there's all these dark creatures and things going on. So I thought that was kind of cool. She's just sitting there, like, sort of struggling to keep the city light and keep, like, hope alive. It really shows you that there's a lot of organized crime. They show you the Kingpin's back, and basically that whole city is just falling apart. They're trapped there. They can't get out. So then they flash forward over here to the Mount, as they're calling it. And this is just more interaction between Widow and Hawkeye and Tony, basically talking about that Widow wants to kill him. That this is what her plan is, and they need to assassinate him, where Tony isn't really on board with this. They jump into showing you the video that Rick Jones shares with him with the theory. They give you a little nice splash page here to show you how this all went down. This was the Cosmic Cube turning into a person, the Red Skull turned it in, and the whole story. I won't recap the whole thing. You pretty much know if you're reading this what's going on with that. But it's okay. I mean, it explains it pretty well to the average reader, how it happened, how Cap was turned. Again, I'm not really the biggest fan about it, but it is what it is. Even after this is all over and said and done with, Widow still thinks that she should kill him. This kind of splits the heroes in two fronts. You have Tony and his people that want to search for cube fragments to try and put it back together because they think this is what Steve would want from them. This is what he would want to do. He would try and find a way around it and try to save them if this was like happened to Tony, or if this happened to someone else. Widow kind of feels different. She thinks he should be assassinated because that's what he would want. If he's gone bad, take him out. So it really splits the heroes down the middle, and you're going to have a team following Widow and a team following Iron Man. A little bit in here about Cap, kind of interesting the people, talking to Baron Zemo, just showing you again that he's going to do whatever it takes to like spread his agenda, and it shows a little unique relationship between Zemo and Cap. I don't really think Zemo trusts him all the way is what I got out of it. They're kind of like acting like they're friends, but he kind of gives him the same information also that he wants to track these fragments down for some reason, and Zemo doesn't seem too keen on it. But Zemo is going to go track him down for him. Hawkeye and Widow, they split up. They do a little kiss here. She knocks him out. She's going to go get her people. That's going to be primarily all these young heroes like Ironheart and Amadeus Cho Hulk following her on like a suicide assassination mission, where you're going to have Tony and some of the other heroes trying to track down people with Quicksilver, Hercules, different people like that, trying to track down these fragments. So I guess that's how the story is going to progress now. You're going to have them tracking down fragments of the cube to try and bring Steve back, while the others are looking to kill him. So I guess we'll see which one wins out there. The young heroes then meet up with Widow. They kind of show that little thing. She's going to do her whole Red Room stuff. She's going to turn them into assassins. This part kind of annoys me. I'm real sick of the Black Widow. Her past shit that they bring up all the time. She's going to teach these young kids now how to be dark, and she cuts her hands and there's blood on the wall. It's all very strange. The artwork's kind of odd too. It's very hard to tell for me who a lot of these characters are when you're looking through them. They show you Falcon. He doesn't even really look like Falcon, but characters are meeting him on the other page. I really don't understand how Tony walks around because I thought he was an AI construct. It's very confusing. The whole book, there's just so many things going on in it that you're very confused by. But this one wraps up rather quickly with, it shows you the Serpent Society sort of chasing down a lady, and they're about to, they're beating the hell out of her. Her face is all bloody and all that stuff, and then somebody shows up, beating them up. I wasn't sure where they were going with this. I figured out they're bringing in another new hero. But when you actually turn the page, you see that it's Steve Rogers. And it looks like he's straight out of, World War II or somewhere. He's got the military outfit on, a beard, though he's older. I was confused by this. I don't know where they're going with this. Is this the real Steve Rogers plucked from a timeline? I mean, are we doing, Flash stuff now where they're pulling people from different timelines? Is he from Dimension Z when he was there with Armin Zola and they did that run for a while? I don't know. I don't know who this one is, where he's coming from, what he's supposed to be, but apparently there's 2 Steve Rogers now. So, we're getting into that. So this leads right into episode 3. You got Captain Marvel on the cover. This is going to focus a little bit more on what's going on outside of that Earth defense bubble, everything that's happening in outer space. So this one kicks off right where the other one picks up with Steve Rogers here, sort of talking to this girl who, again, is just totally beat up. And he's going to give her some help. He's going to take her somewhere. He's going to save her. It's all about hope and how he's going to lead people and he's going to make everything right again. It's kind of like what they're pushing with it. And she's saying it's at the end of a rope, but he's saying, hey, hold on. It's an odd interaction. It looks like they're in some magical forest. The way it's drawn really odd. I don't know. It just feels very off to me. I don't know who this person is supposed to be. I feel like this is kind of I don't know, a cheap way to get around it, maybe to bring the real Cap back. This is going to be the real Cap, but is he going to have all the memories of the other Cap? I just don't know. They're really messing up Captain America, and it makes me mad. But anyway, let me get over that. We'll move on to the next page here. We get the Guardians, which are very reminiscent of the movie ones now. You have Baby Groot, you have Rocket, who talks just like he does in the movie now. They're talking to people trying to get help from Earth, and that doesn't go well because apparently everybody hates Earth, and they want everybody to die. So I'm not really sure what the plan was there. It's just a little cameo from the Guardians. It basically just shows you the struggle that's going on outside in space. They have all these strong heroes. They're fighting waves and waves of bad guys. It's just it's really pushing that line of hope is gone. That there's no one coming to save them. Nothing's going to happen. It's just getting bad, bad, bad. We're going down that slope of everything is going to be horrible, or maybe this new Steve Rogers is going to turn the tide. Someone's going to turn the tide because that's a typical Marvel event. It's smash the hope into the ground and then rise it back up. So this one pretty much gets into showing you Black Widow. She's meeting with Maria Hill. She's trying to find ways to track down Steve, and it's a little bit back and forth of, she's training assassins, and Maria Hill and her giving each other shit. It's okay. The training of her young team, I'm not really familiar with a lot of these characters because I haven't read these ones like Vision and Ironheart and New Falcon, but they're okay. It's just showing them that they're going dark. They're becoming bad. They're following Black Widow's path of wanting to become assassins, is all this pretty much sums it up to. Then you get a little bit of Falcon, or we'll just go Sam Wilson because he's not really Falcon right now. He's had it with being a hero. I really don't know what happened to him because, again, I didn't read his book. So it just seems like he's done playing hero. He's just helping people get out of the country. So it's more of the fallen hero kind of thing, and he's given up hope. I'm sure he'll be back at some point. Then you have Cap and his gang tracking down fragments of this cosmic cube. And they're in Atlantis, and they're sending a message to Namor by killing his people. Namor had a fake fragment there. It's the brainwashed Avengers. It's Scarlet Witch. It just is just kind of driving home that Cap's Hydra. He's ruthless. He's having people assassinated on spot. He's sending messages. He's leveling Atlantis. He's a bad guy. They're driving home that Cap is a bad guy and that Hydra is following him. And there's no remorse in his face. And we got it. So Next, it looks like we're moving into this shard fragment of the Cosmic Cube is being held by some kind of twisted version of Hank Pym and Ultron. I haven't seen Hank Pym a lot in the Marvel Universe here recently, but this looks like some weird combination of the two of them. Not really sure what to think of this. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I like Ultron. I like Hank. Maybe we'll like them together. I don't know. We move on then with Steve, and he's just, this lady dies, and, I don't know, he's going to make the world a better place, this new Captain America, whoever he is, so I'm sure that story will be enveloping. The big twist at the end of this is one of the people that was helping Black Canary and Maria Hill meet, one of the supervillains. He gets attacked, and you see that it's the Punisher. The Punisher's rocking the Hydra outfit, he's saying, "How Hydra," so somehow Cap got to him, switched him over. This is Marvel's thing with this event. I think it's going to be all these shock and awes of this character's Hydra, this character's not. It's going to be bringing people back. I don't know. I've read 3 books of this now. I'm really not impressed with it right now. It really hasn't made me excited to read more. I'm basically reading it because it's the biggest Marvel event going on right now, and I wanted to review it. But I don't really... It's not exciting. It's a depressing book. I really don't really enjoy the art too much in it either. Like I said, it's very dark. A lot of it's hard to see. The colors are really nice, but the inside, I don't know. It's different. It has a different feel to it. Maybe it'll pick up. We're going to get, like I said, some Hank Pym Ultron stuff, because it wouldn't be a Marvel event if we didn't have some Ultron in it. So we'll get into that next. See where it goes. We'll let a couple issues come out, and then we'll review it again. Let me know what you think about it, if you like it, if you don't like it. Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of it right now. But if the end goal is we're going to get the universe maybe straightened out and some stuff back on target, maybe it'll be good. So let me know what you think. Again, thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Talk to you later.